All right, folks, I'm gonna teach you how to replace the, the wheel on this snowblower. It is Aaron's model number is right there, 290021. So what happened is that there's a cable here that connects the lever that powers the wheels. Snapped on me in the worst day that you could think of. We had a bad snow in Canada here, so this thing snapped. So what I did do, I went and bought a new one, which looks like this, and I just basically got it from Amazon. It's a generic part, but hopefully it will fit. So literally, it's what you need to do. Obviously, open up the back. There you need obviously a drill and I think it's 3/8 of a bit, and you just basically take off this cover from there. The debris that you see, the yellow debris, is literally from this here that goes back and forth to get the wheel spinning. But sometimes what happens, this actually also snaps as well. You may have to replace it in the future. But anyways, my concern is really to replace this at this time and literally connect this to then there again. As you can see, the part of that of this cable, see it's still attached there, if you notice. So what I'm gonna do is actually replace this, put the new cable in, and then put it in there. So that's really the job right now. Yeah, so just before you start the job, obviously, as you notice, I put a piece of wood at the bottom just to protect the auger on the snowblower, and I've also put in some cloths because you might get a chance of gas leaking. I can smell it. As you can probably see, it's leaking from there into these towels, just to save your driveway or your garage, wherever you're doing it. But just make sure you do that, just as a protective measure. So first thing I'm going to do, I need to take off this pin from here, so that I'm able to slot in this particular cable back in there. And also you need to obviously disconnect it from here too. There are also like easier options as well, besides buying the cable that I showed you, is to get these clamps. I've seen some people buy, and they literally clamp it on this and then attach it back on there. You could try that too. That might work, but I decided not to go that route. Decided to just buy a whole new cable. However, I'm gonna keep this cable just for future uses in case if it snaps again. Then I could buy that that clamp from a hardware store, and then just put it in as well. All right. First things first. What I did do, obviously there's this zip. This thing has been pulled as a safety thing so that this doesn't come off. So you just need to take that off, that zip line, and then just simply get this cord out of here. Can't do it by one hand, but you just have to take this off, and then they should take off the old cable off. Okay, so I took off the cable from there, and all you need to do now, just take off this from here, just so that you can insert the new one in. So it's going to be a little challenge, or you may, if you want, you could take that off as well, just to put it in easily, but whatever way you can. Obviously I can't take it out like this because that thing gets stuck, so I have to either open the bolt and put it back in, or just if I'm able to wiggle it out. Either way, just get it off. Okay folks, I managed to take the old one out, and I have a bit of a trouble to put in the new one in. You may just have to loosen this bolt in order to be able to put this in, otherwise it'd be difficult to insert the new one in. So I managed to loosen this bolt from both sides using, what do I use? I used the wrench with a half an inch opening, and I loosened it up, and I was able to put it in. So now I'm going to tighten these two bolts up, and then connect this. Oops, came out so loose. connect this to that, and then connect the other end to the bottom. All right, I was managed to put this in now, connected this to the extension cord that goes all the way to the lever. And I kept the old this, I don't know, this band here just to keep that and take it out. I didn't use the new one that comes with the wire. I just use a plier to put it back in, and then make sure that the new cord goes through this hole, through that wheel here, and then goes down here. Make sure it goes over, doesn't go over this bar, it goes on the other side. And then what you need to do is obviously take off this, you can see this particular clip from here, just to loosen up. And there should be a washer there too. So once you take that off, and you can put this new hole into there, and then put the back there. There's a washer here, and then there's this clip, so you have to take this clip off. So here you go. That's what you can see. This thing is completely dismantled, which is this part. And I took out the washer and that stopper thing as well. So now I'm gonna obviously insert this in here if I can. Let me just see if I can make more. All right, so I put that in there. So but yet there isn't much room for you to fit in this in there, so you may have to lift the wheel and just pull it to the side a little bit to make a room, and then you'll have enough space if you lift it and go on the side. And now it's just a matter of putting the washer in and that clip. That's it. So just a tip. So I did install obviously that end as well, all the way up to here. The generic one, the wireless generic when you buy it, may be a bit long. So what I would suggest to do is in order to address that issue, is to take off this side. Normally the machine comes with this wire being on top of this lever. So just tuck it underneath, just to take away some of the leeway from here. If you tuck it underneath, then that will, and then I tuck it underneath this particular spring, and then that will make it a bit, I guess, use the excess string, and then you'll be able to operate it. Otherwise, if you put this wire above this, it will be too long. So just a tip, just to make sure when you're installing it, just put this whole line, the cord, underneath the arm. Go underneath this particular bar, and then go underneath this, and then attach it. So I had to take off that piece in order to do that. So just to make sure that that extra cord is taken away. So now when I'm pulling, see, it's pulling pretty steady. But if it was above, it would be very loose. So for this part, for the top part here, it was just literally a pin and a washer. So all you have to do is just put it back in the way you took it off. Bob is your uncle in terms of this working. And then you have to put back the cap on with the 6 bolts that were jointed on the 2 on the top, and then 2 on the side here. So there's 2, one here, one there, and then one there and one on the other side, using a drill gun with the 3x8 bits. All right, put back all of the bolts and the washer there, so everything's in here. Let's test it out, see if it works. All right, one important safety thing I neglected to mention earlier: make sure you take out the key, the starter key from the ignition here, just to make sure that, just for safety reasons, so that it doesn't turn on. So I had taken that out. I'm going to put it back in, just so that we can get this baby start running, see if it works. Alright, so it's in, have it on, start priming it, let's see if it's gonna work. folks, you saw as it works. So I engage the clutch here and start moving. So we fixed the problem. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.